All right there. So this is going to be how I built the Create Performance Task practice app that I made. So this is based on the problems that were presented in Unit 10's very first lesson, where I just kind of got an inspiration that I could use a database of students' birthdays from our AP Computer Science Principles class and solve the first two problems on this list of problems from that first lesson of Unit 10, finding a person whose birthday is before yours and finding a person whose birthday is after yours. To prepare for this, I made what's called a CSV file, and this is just a spreadsheet file that had all of my students' names, the month they were born, the day they were born, and the year they were born, built into a CSV file that I'm going to be able to import into my project. If you were to create this on your own, you can grab all those names and numbers if you really feel like it, or you can, get some real dates. I noticed that all of my students, they were either born in 2005 or they were born in 2006 or 2007, but my students were not born in any other years. So I'm going to specifically write this app to address birth dates that are in that range from 2005 to 2007. Let me go back here. So to get this started, I'm going to be at, that's the teacher dashboard. That's exactly where I want to be. Nope, not that teacher dashboard. Not that one. Oh my goodness, where did I just put this together for me here? That's the one I'm going to make. So let me go to my teacher dashboard, and thought I had the window set up. From your dashboard, I want you to scroll down until you find the area that says projects. And in projects, please click on view projects. Okay. And then in view projects here, I'm going to start a new project. And the project I'm going to start is going to be in App Lab. So I'm going to start a new App Lab project. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to bring me up a new project here. And I'm going to name this project. I'm going to click on the rename button here, and this is going to be my student birthday video demo. That's the name I'm going to give it, okay, for lack of a better name, because I've now got 3 different versions of this thing going. It's the one I'm doing live in class, and the one that I'm doing a master, which has all my code in it. And now this one for my video demo. Now, to start this off, we're going to have 3 screens, okay? This very first screen, if I switch to the design section, instead of being called screen 1, I'm going to want this screen to be called input screen. Input screen. Now, if you're going to follow along and do this, all of these names are going to matter. So please, the names are going to matter. For my color here, I'm going to input red, green, blue of 227 for red, 243 for green, and what am I looking at here? 53 for blue. And that's going to be kind of a nice little yellow that I'd like to have for my background. That's the background that I'm going to use. It's up to you to pick what color background you might like to have. That's going to be my input screen. Now I'm going to duplicate this whole screen right here. I'm going to duplicate. So I'm going to click the duplicate button, which is nice. And I'm going to change the name of this screen to my after screen. And but when I duplicated it, it copied over the background color that I want to have. And so that's nice and consistent. It's my after screen. Now I'm going to duplicate it again. And this one's going to be called my before screen. So I've now got 3 screens. Got my input screen, my before screen, my after screen. So I've got my 3 screens set up. I'm going to go to my input screen. That's the first one I'm going to start at. So now on my input screen, I'm going to need to start dragging some objects in. For instance, I'm going to want a label because I'm going to want to have a title on my screen here. So I'll bring a label in. I will stretch it out, make it a little bit larger. And then in the text part, instead of saying text, well, actually, before I even do that, let's make sure we properly label this. This is going to be my title text. So duplicate my title text here. And what I wanted to say right there is APCSP birthday app. It's my APCSP birthday app. And the formatting of this, the color I'm going to pick. For my text color, I picked red, green, blue 33, 146, 236 for my text color. Saw the text color changed. Also, font family. I changed my font family to Palatino, set my font size to 21. Let's see. The width of this. I set the width to 255. I set the height to 25. And the orientation, the text alignment, I set that to center. And then I tried to make sure that this thing actually was positioned pretty close to center, the way I had it positioned in my my master was an X position of 25. X position of 25, Y position of 15. That worked out good. So that gets my title where I want it at. It looks nice and centered on my screen. And each of my screens are going to have these, it's going to have a title up at the top of each screen. So starting here with my input screen, I'm going to select that item right there, that element. And up here at the top, you can see that you can copy that element to a screen. I'm going to copy it over to my after screen. And there it is on my after screen. And I'm also going to copy it over to my before screen. And now it's on all three of my screens. Now, on my after screen, the text that I want to have in there is going to be students with a birthday after mine. So students with a birthday after mine. Now, as you can see, this has gotten real big here. It's stretching to the edge of the screen here. It wants to put the maximum to 320. And do I feel okay about that compared to what I started with originally? I guess I'm okay with that. That's all right. And because this text right here is perfect for what I want, I'm going to copy that text. I'm going to switch to my before screen. I'm going to click on that label, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. And then this time it did not dynamically. So the width, 320. Let me go back to my before screen. Or my after screen. There it is, my after screen. If I click on this thing, let me see the parameters. 320, 47. .320, 47, and then positioning. I believe we're going to move the position in X to 0. Let me go back to the after screen and let me take a look and see. Yep, it put the X position at 0, the Y position at 15. And now my after screen, there's a birthday after me. On my before screen, here's a birthday. Let me change the word after to before. There's a birthday before mine. after screen. Okay. And then it's 320 by 47, 0 and 15. Ooh. I guess after is just a little tiny bit smaller in size than the word before, and so that's why they're appearing on different lines, mostly because of the font sizes. So that's all good. That's looking good. Got my titles set up on all three screens. Now back to my input screen. I'm going to need another label over here. And for this label, I went with all the defaults. I went with the default size and color, and you're welcome to kind of change that if you'd like. This is going to be my input text. Input text. And it's going to read, input your birthday. Input your birthday. And positioning wise, I put it at x equals 65, y equals 60. And I just went with the default fonts, Arial, black, 13. The alignment, I even left it at left. It's okay. So now I've got my instruction in here on my input screen. Okay. Next, I'm going to want to have 3 text input objects. So I'm going to drag one text input object in and put it right underneath here, kind of try to center it. And the name of this one is going to be birthday month input. Birthday month input. Birthday month input. All right. And then the placeholder is going to be birthday month goes here. So birthday month goes here. And let's see, 200, 30, 50. I'm okay with all the rest of the defaults that came in on that. That's okay. Then I'm going to need 3 of these. I'm going to need one for the birthday month, one for the birthday day, and one for the birthday year. So I'll just click duplicate on that object. And then I will grab that duplicated object and just put it right underneath with a little space in between. And I will name this birthday day input. I believe that's what I called it. Yep, birthday day input. So birthday day input. And then here my birthday day goes here. And one thing I did do with these is I did set their justification to center. And I did that on both of them. That way everything would be kind of lined up centered. So I did justify those centered, so they'll be nice and lined up center-wise in the way that the screen's going to look. So let's see. I got my birthday month input. Got my birthday day input. Birthday day goes here. I'm now going to duplicate that object. And when I duplicate that object, that's going to be my birthday year. So that's my birthday year input. And then birthday year goes here. I got my birthday day and birthday year set up here now. And let's see, good centered. So when I duplicated it, it picked up all those other changes that I made. So I got these 3 input fields all ready to go. And then I'm going to need 2 buttons here. I'm going to need 2 buttons. So let's see, that's going to be a button here. As soon as I get this button built, I'm going to just duplicate it. And the text that I'm going to have on it will be find a birthday before mine. And what I'm going to know here initially is it's just not going to fit in that button. So let me grab this and make it bigger so that it fits. And then let me kind of center it on the screen so it's close to centered. Later, you could fine tune all of these things. But that's going to be my find a birthday before mine. Let me make it just a little bit wider so I make sure I'm not squeezing my text at all vertically. That's finding a birthday before mine. This is going to be called, pretty sure it's called birthday before. So that's birthday before. And I did take the default colors on this. Of course, you might want to change those to impress whoever you're making this for with other colors. It's up to you. And then I'm going to take this button and I'm going to duplicate this button. I'm going to put this down right underneath it right here. And I'm going to call this birthday after. And it's my birthday after. And I'm going to change the word before to the word after. Find a birthday after mine. All right, that's good. And let's see here. That's going to take care of my input screen. It's got all the objects on it. I've named all of them. They've all got meaningful names. If I click on each one, they've all got a meaningful name. And instructions. Everything's got meaningful names. All right, cool. Now I'm going to switch to my before screen. On the before and the after screens, there's only going to be two things. We already got one of them. We've already got students with a birthday before mine. Then we're going to need a text area, someplace to output our results. So I'm just going to bring out a standard text area, and this text area is going to be called birthday before. I'm on the before screen. Birthday before output text. And I'm not going to put anything in the placeholder. It's just going to be blank. Just going to be blank because that's all going to get handled in script. It's all going to get filled in script. Then I'm going to duplicate this object on over to, that was a mistake. Let me see, can I Control Z? Nope, I can't. Let me just select it and let me hit the delete key. Or let me just throw it back down here. There we go. I want to duplicate that object to a different screen. I'm going to copy it to a screen. So I'm going to copy it over to my inputs. No, pardon me. After screen. And it's going to be named birthday after output text. Birthday after output text. And then one other thing, actually I have three things on both of these screens. I also want to add an image to both of these screens. I'm going to put that image down in this corner, and then I'm going to, with that image down here, this is going to be called, on my after screen, it's going to be called after screen home link. So it's my after screen home link. And the image I'm going to choose when I click on this button is from our icons. And I'm going to search for home, and there's the home icon. Now, that's really big, very big. Let me come down here to the corner and let me shrink that down and make it nice and small. Let me just position it right down here in the corner. And then I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to copy that one over to my before screen. So now it's over on my before screen. So now I've got all my objects that I want to have in my app all set up. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is I want to just set up the basic navigation in code. So actually that's going to start over here in design. In our input screen, we want to have events for these before and after buttons. And also we want to have on our before and our after screens, we want these home icons to do something. So let me set up the home icons first, okay? Because these are two events that I can put in quick and easy, and then they're going to be, positioned all by themselves where I want them at. So I'm going to click over here on events, and for my after screen, I've got make sure you have your after screen home link selected. That object right there is going to be selected. And I'll click on the events, and I'll click insert and show code. Now, when somebody clicks on this, Handle navigation. That's going to be my comment. Okay. Back to the input screen. Okay. So my after screen home link. What I want that to do when I click on that is, where's it at? Set screen. That's the one I want. Set screen. And then the screen that we want to set it to, and this is where blocks comes in really handy, because blocks let you use a little drop down right here. And at the moment, what we have is very limited. So if I click this home link on my after screen, I want it to go to my input screen. That should be set up and ready to work. Now let me set over here onto my before screen. On my before screen, click on design, and then click on the little home link down here. So now I'm on the little home link on my before screen. See over here. Ooh, and I didn't name these. I better go back and give these some meaningful names, even on my after screen. What did I call that? Oh, I did give it a name. After screen home link. Let me copy that. You go to my before screen. And when you click on that object right there, that image, and I'm going to name it. I'll paste it for the moment, but it's going to be called before screen home link. So this is going to be the link back to home from my before screen. Okay, so I'm giving it a meaningful name. I'll click on events, and I'll insert and show the code now for that. And then I'm going to also, again, like I just did, grab a set screen and put that in right before. And with the drop down, I'm going to tell this to also go back to the input screen. Now, when I'm in the app, if I'm on one of these other screens, I should be able to get back to the input screen. However, at the moment, my input screen, which contains these two buttons, currently, nothing will happen. I mean, if I hit the run button, I can click on these all I want. I'm not going anywhere, and I cannot get to my other screens. So I'm on my input screen. I'm going to click on Find a Birthday Before. And then even here in my code, let me go back to Show Text so I can come down here. Now we're going to handle the before and after buttons. Okay. So on my Finding a Birthday here, I've clicked on that. I'm going to go to Design. And hopefully this is going to put the code in the right place. And this is going to be on a click. When I click this is what I want to have happen. And yeah, it kind of put it where I wanted it. I'll take out that space I didn't want. If somebody clicks on my... Oh, I had the wrong thing selected. Not input screen. If somebody clicks on my birthday before, that's the one, the birthday before button. If they click on it, the birthday before button got clicked. Okay. And then if that happens, for where we're at right now, we're going to set our screen to before screen. Now I'm going to click on my Find a Birthday After, go to Design, Find a Birthday After, and I'm going to click on Insert and Show Code. And if they click on Birthday After, I'm going to drag a set screen in. I want the screen to be set to go to my after screen. Now, I'm pretty much at the end of this first stage. I've got my navigation all set up. If I hit Run now, and if I hit Find a Birthday Before Me, I go to my before screen. If I click the home link, I go back to my input screen. If I click Find a Birthday After, I go to my after screen. If I click on my home link, I go back to my home screen. Now, that was throwing the IDE, or throwing my app's user interface together real quick. And that's going to finish my first video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.